Who's putting the old baby gravy inside a Pokey? Who's doing it? Is it a black man? Oh, that'd be horrible. It shows that she loves black men and fetishizes them. Is it an Asian guy? Shows she's probably using an Asian guy for video gameplay. Is it a good, honest white guy? Well, he probably has a bunch of money. Any man she chooses is gonna get scrutinized entirely by the internet. But, well, if she chooses no man? Well, that's impossible. A woman choosing no man? Oh, my stomach. What? The Pokey? She should. I want to imagine what she's doing. This is ridiculous. You ever see her without makeup? This is what she looks like. Let's make fun of her and make her feel self-conscious about not putting on makeup. Let's do that. This is so fun, guys. This is great. Oh, wait a second. What is she doing recently? Huh, what's this?
Bought an engagement ring for myself. Okay, but you guys told me to. In the comments my last video, you guys kept talking about a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did. A ring at Bulgari that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self? So this is me proposing to myself. Damn! Look at the gorgeous diamonds. When the packaging is beautiful, the way that it contrasts. You know when jewelry is so pretty, you want to eat it? Is that just me? Like, it's so delectable. Will I be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice, but yes, I'm gonna have the opportunity to gift my husband the sickest engagement ring for men that there ever was, and I cannot wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving, and just that idea makes me so happy.
Well, obviously, this is a psyop because she's obviously in a relationship and she's actively engaged. And I'm gonna psychoanalyze every single piece of this because this is ridiculous. She shouldn't be putting a ring on. Why does she keep proving? She could just ignore the haters, bro. She could just ignore them. Ignore the haters like I do with my 10 followers on Instagram and my 20 on Twitter and my faceless profile and my non-presence. I just ignore the haters, bro. You don't understand. It's really easy to ignore the haters. Doesn't matter if they threaten you or you can't go outside in public without people crowding you, harassing you. It's easy. I want to point this out. It is so difficult to avoid hate online. Extremely difficult. It's so difficult that it is mind-numbing to even fathom getting rid of 80% of it, maybe even 16% of the wild amount of hate online. Big reason I get hate is mostly because of this ad right here. Who likes money? Now, if you don't have a car, you just got your phone, and you're looking for a job, especially during the holiday season where it's very difficult to get a little bit extra money to get some gifts, I got a side hustle just for you. It's called freecash.com. It's this program that partners with mobile games looking for new users to try their apps. Now, I'm going to explain how it works. It's 100% legit. All you got to do is scan the QR code on the screen. Look at that QR code. It's pretty cool, isn't it? You like that, don't you? Really easy. It's also in the top comment. You just want to click on that link and sign up. This is where you can download their mobile app where you can see earning opportunities and track your progress and cash out. So it works like this. Once you download, you sign up and pick a game, and then they're going to give you directions on what levels you have to hit to get payout. Once you hit the levels, the money will clear into your freecash.com app where you can cash out. Freecash.com is completely free, and they're looking for people to try out games they have partnered with. They also have daily giveaways and cashbacks on some purchases, but the games is really the best feature in my opinion. I have tried it and recommend you try it as well. It's not going to make you insanely rich. You're not going to be able to buy a Lamborghini or a Fiat or something of that variety, but if you already like mobile games, it's a way to make about a good $10 to extra $20. I've earned about $150 myself, and if you're really dedicated, you can earn about $300 plus if you really want to dedicate that time. So scan the QR code, hit the link in my top comment, and check it out. It's completely free. Anyways, back to the video. Don't worry, I put a timestamp so you can skip the ad. There's a timestamp at the bottom, you can skip it. But a big reason that I get hate is simply for my takes, and people will approach me in public. I'm not even that big online, mind you. People will approach me in public and just try to argue with me when I'm just trying to have a day. This is not the internet, dude. I don't care about your anger towards me. I am trying to eat McDonald's. We shouldn't eat at McDonald's because it's funded by Israel. Cool, so is Oreos and Walmart and everything else. I'm just trying to eat, man. Let me live for like 1 second. Let me put down everything for a second and live for a moment. Let me just live for a second. Is that fair? Is that good? No more McDonald's, okay? Please, just let me be a person for a few seconds. I have discovered that people will harass you for anything, but more so if you're a woman. I get it easy. Because I'm just black. It's a black guy with a lot of hair. You should cut your hair, bro. Your hair looks stupid. Hair is dumb. Your hair looks silly. I hate everything about your hair. I would never have my hair like that. Sweet. Make a channel and do your hair however you want to. It seems as if what I've discovered, right? That millions of people have willingly signed a phantom marriage certificate with this woman, many women online, whether it be Pokey, whether it be Valkyrie, whether it be Senna, doesn't matter. Really doesn't matter. It's a woman they've never met, a document written in the invisible ink of subscription notifications and coded in the currency of donated bits. If I donate enough, she'll notice me. They have built an entire religion around the belief that her smile was a personal blessing. Oh, her content is a private conversation between this is us. It's just us. It's just us. Her existence a curated service for their emotional maintenance. The moment she dares to acknowledge a real, tangible human relationship with a ring, symbolized by a ring placed on her finger, her own finger. It's heresy. I've seen so many people so mad about this simple thing. The violation of the unspoken one-sided contract where she was supposed to remain perpetually available in the digital harem of their imaginations. They have this harem in their mind. Well, Justin Meeks is small right now, so she may be available. And then there's the other girls. Oh my god, Senna? No, I get a chance. If I get big on streaming, I could just stream 2K. I could be a part of the WL community. This would be so good. It's so strange. And this isn't about a creator's relationship status. It's about the violent shattering of a collective fantasy, the furious grief of fans who feel like shareholders watching their most valuable asset declare independence. I want you to observe the stark, unforgiving dichotomy. A male streamer can live stream his wedding honeymoon, marital disputes, and his audience will cheer for him as a king living his best life every single time. His autonomy is celebrated. Truly it is. His personal life is an extension of his brand, but for a woman, complete opposite. Her personal life is treated as a betrayal of her brand. A woman's affection is seen not as a natural human act, but as a withdrawal from the communal bank of her perceived availability. And you know what I keep hearing? People keep saying, well, she could just be funny or talented or smart, or she could just do that. That'd be great too. You would still find some way to sexualize her. You would still find a way. Male creators are protagonists in their own stories. The female creator is a supporting character in the audience's story. That's the difference. That's how it works, right? When she attempts to write her own plot, she is accused of breaking canon. You can't do this to us. You can't do this to us. You built your whole brand on thirst traps, didn't you? No, I didn't actually. I turned around. You thought I was showing my butt. That's just my butt. I naturally have that butt. Yeah, but why are you wearing leggings in your house? Because it's my house. Yeah, but you knew you were streaming today. I didn't wash my clothes. Didn't wash them, eh? What do they smell like? Crazy, insane, psychotic, just absolutely inane, completely inane. It's wacky. Really important here. I was researching this video. I was thinking about it to talk about later. I hate when I go on Twitter and just Google any streamer's name. It's just a bunch of AI smut that pops up. Genuine AI creations of them doing nefarious actions and bedroom activities. I would sue every AI model if that happened to me. That's insane. But the underlying framework here is that a woman's value, especially a woman in the public eye, is intrinsically tied to her body's perceived availability. The availability of the body. Her decade of industry shifting work, her business empire, her sharp wit, her resilience, all of it is reduced to background noise the moment her body is seen as claimed by someone other than the audience. And this happens with so many people. It happens with so many things. It's why a lot of people start up doing these things that will get them a bunch of money, because they realize it's more profitable. Because they've already been sexualized to such a high degree, such an inane high degree. It's insane. Because her body is the primary text and everything else is a footnote. And that's the rotten core of the outrage that everybody keeps doing this. Well, your body's expiring. Your body's expiring. You got to have a baby. You got to put something in there. Somebody's got to inject his seed into you so you can be used as a vessel for a child. Well, what a woman must, in all capacities, want this because it's biologically in you. Have you ever considered there are women that don't want to be mothers? There are hundreds, thousands, millions of mothers, millions of women that don't want to be mothers. Said it messed up my whole speaking over there. It's the realization that her body was never a public commons and that the deeds of ownership they held in their minds were forgeries, just complete forgeries. Meanwhile, a man's body, oh my god, is his own fortress. His relationships are additions to his kingdom. Imagine if you saw, I want to explain this to you. It's perceived bias. It's a perceived bias. Let's say you see a man with 15 women. What would you think? Now, I know there's going to be one contrarian saying, well, he's obviously bad. He shouldn't have 15 women. I should have 15 women. Who knows? Who knows what you're going to say? Most people, let's say 51% of people, right? 51% of people, let's say majority, for the sake of argument, are going to see a man with all his women and think, well, he's got it going on. Imagine a woman with all those, they were all men. They're going to think, huh, she's ran through. That's called perceived bias, and you're stupid. That's what happens. Every relationship he has, adding to his kingdom, not subtractions. This is a cult of entitlement. Every subscription, every donation, every view was, in the mind of the entitled fan, a down payment on a piece of her humanity. It was a transaction where currency was exchanged, not for entertainment, but for a sliver of imagined intimacy. The ring on her finger is a foreclosure notice of that delusion. But she put it on herself. It's not even real. She said, I just don't want people asking questions. And people are going crazy about it. Somehow they're declaring the transaction void. The resulting fury is the rage of a customer who feels cheated, who bought stock in a company, only to find out the CEO doesn't know their name and never will. It's the violent disappointment of realizing that your loyalty bought you nothing but the right to watch. And even that can be revoked. We are witnessing a mass public mourning for nothing. And it's been going on for a while. That's why I'm talking about it. It's been going on for quite some time. Every time I go on Twitter, people are saying, well, Pokimane should get into a relationship. Her business clock is messing up. Her well is dry. She's ruining herself. This is ridiculous. Why are so many women streamers not getting relationships? They're almost 30 and they don't have a family? Well, that must suck. Sucks to be them. And then they'll see another streamer who's a man who's talking to 15 different women and they say, good job, bro. Get the girls. Crazy. It's crazy. Well, it's different for men and women. Why? Why is it different? Well, men are, think about it like this, right? Men are hunters, right? And women are gatherers. They have to stay at home, protect. Men have to go out and fight. And men have to prove they can still be appeasing to other gatherers so a woman doesn't act up, right? If the woman knows that men want her because men are hunters, they're going to hunt after her. But however, you see, man, this is really difficult to explain. Okay, so men, right? Men strong big. Men strong big need to prove women women are good, to prove his authority in the kingdom, in his kingdom. However, when women bad because I like women and other men can't like the women I like, and that's unfair. Okay, cool. Men are weeping at the funeral of a girlfriend they never had, feeling the sting of a breakup that never happened. The internet has become a support group for the heartbroken over a shared hallucination. It's a profound societal sickness, and they act like they have a chance with the girls too. They say, oh, I could be with Pokey. She's talking about relationship stuff. She's talking about this. Upon listening to her speak about relationship stuff, it's very apparent that she has not had many relationships, and it is very damaging. I feel as though she should be single and be happy that she's single. I'm very happy for whatever path in life she chose. She is very successful and she should be happy with what she does. I wish she would have had more relationship experience, but that's her decision and I fully respect whatever she chooses to do. She should not be giving relationship advice in the same way men should not be giving relationship advice if they are not married themselves or in some capacity have a long-standing relationship, because that is not how you form long-standing bonds. It's not how you do it. Is this normalization of such intense parasocial delusion that reality itself is treated as this unfair intrusion. It's so strange. They are grieving as if something real was lost. It's such an odd thing. The rules of this game are designed for her to lose. It is a Kobayashi Maru of public perception. It's a no-win scenario. If you don't know what that, a very specific Japanese thing that I discovered. Okay, let's map the trap, right? First, silence equals deception. Oh, well, she's not talking about her relationship. She's not doing that. This is strange. She should talk about which fan she wants to date the most. She gotta date her top donor, whatever it may be. She's accused of cultivating false hope for profit. She's single, but is she really single? Huh, strange. And then there's something else, disclosure. She's accused of shattering the illusion her fans paid for. Then there's the ring, which is a provocation. A desperate bid for privacy is interpreted as a deliberate inflammatory act. Her every move is punished because the audience is not judging her actions, but her failure to conform to an impossible standard for perpetual, accessible innocence, as long as she's pretty. Her failure to conform to this is so palpable. It's nasty. Take for instance this, right? A man missteps are learning experiences. A woman's are character flaws. Because beneath the rage, the insults, the conspiracy theories, lies a much quieter, more terrifying emotion. A profound, echoing sense of abandonment. They feel left behind in a world of increasing isolation. She was, and still is, a constant digital companion whose presence was just a click away. And I am happy she's putting the ring on, even if it's of her own choosing. Even if she is engaged or isn't engaged, happy whatever it may be. But someone's gonna see that and get psychotic about it. And she's gonna need some security, and that's the horrifying reality we live in, and it sucks. It's bad. Because someone's gonna see the ring and realize that her being in a relationship is a tangible reminder that she has a life beyond that screen. A life that does not include them. The vitriol is a defense mechanism, a way to push away the source of the pain before the pain of being irrelevant seeks in. It is easier, so much easier, to paint her as a villain than to admit they're lonely. And she was never the solution. That e-girl, that VTuber, they're not the solution. They're not. They're just not. They're just not. It's horrifying. The ring was a shield, but it's also a shield of so many different things. It's a boundary erected in desperation against an onslaught of introspective, intrusive speculation. It's dumb. It's weird that the very act of setting that boundary became the new source of attack. The mob, enraged by the loss of access, simply found a new angle of assault. This proves the issue was never about clarity or honesty. Well, it's about control. It's just about control. And when the control was lost, the response was punishment. She cannot win because the game is not about her humanity. It is about her function as a mirror for the loneliness and entitlement of millions. A mirror that had the audacity to reflect its own image back, proving it was never a window into her soul, but a screen for their own projections all along. It's depressing. Now I'm going to talk about an argument that I've seen a lot from a lot of people. And they say this all the time. They say, oh, if a woman wants to not be loved for her body, she should stop showing her body. If a woman wants to be not loved for her body, she should do this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. She should do that. She should do this. I have witnessed someone sexualize Eugenia Cooney. Yeah, women can't win here. Women can't win here. There's no winning here. I've witnessed very funny women, extremely funny women, be sexualized. I've witnessed businesswomen be, oh, look at mommy, look at this. It doesn't really matter. And before you come in with your, well, men are sexualized too, I'm gonna need you to shut up for a second. Just shut up for a second. A woman can architect a business empire from her bedroom, dissect geopolitical theory with razor saint, execute a perfect no-scope headshot while reciting Shakespeare, write a joke so sharp it could slice glass. But the internet has this built-in filter, a patriarchal algorithm that runs in the background of our collective consciousness that automatically flags all that as bonus content. That's extra to her being pretty. Well, she's pretty and? Have you ever heard that sentence? Not only is she pretty, but, and then they add her accolades, whatever they may be, when the accolades were the main thing about her as opposed to her beauty. Look at that, great face and then they always start with the great face or great butt or great body or great breasts. The main file, the only one that seems to download it for a significant portion of your audience is titled body.dat. Her skill is this ambient music in a restaurant everyone ignores while they debate the decor. Her intellect is the fine print no one reads, because to acknowledge her skill as primary would be to grant her a form of personhood that transcends her utility as an object of visual or speculative consumption. It will force the world to see her as a mind. And that is a threat to a hierarchy built on the simplistic valuation of female form. There is a pervasive particular obsession with acting as a timekeeper for a woman's womb. Men who have never taken a biology class beyond high school suddenly become just amazing masters of uteruses. Their comment sections transforming into unsolicited fertility clinics. It's a control mechanism. It's a way of tethering a woman's boundless potential to a biological narrative. They understand that of expiration. A man's timeline is one of acclamation, wisdom, wealth, status. A woman's, in their eyes, is one of depletion. By constantly reminding her of the ticking clock, they attempt to force her back into predefined, biological, determined story. A narrative where her ultimate purpose is motherhood, thereby neutralizing the threat of her other self-determined purposes, like power, influences, or artistic legacy. You know what my favorite women in history are? Two favorite women in history: Frida Kahlo and Mary Shelley. Beautiful, amazing women. Just godlike women. Love them with my whole chest. Probably the best woman in history to me. Love them so much. Just really do. Because their legacy was not defined by how beautiful they were, despite them being very beautiful. Their legacy is defined by their artistic endeavors. Mary Shelley making the modern Prometheus greatest story I've ever read, Frankenstein, story of the monster. Not the one created, but the one in Victor. Frida Kahlo, one of the cornerstones of all arts, period. I hate the desperate attempt to corral a wild horse into a familiar stable. It disgusts me. The framework is the marketplace. The female body online is not treated as a sovereign state. It's a publicly traded commodity. Every curve, every feature is a stock ticker. The comment section is a trading floor, a chaotic, often brutal space where her humanity is given a price tag based on the alignment with current market trends and desire. Well, she should monetize that. What a waste. She's using her assets. These aren't observations, they are financial analysis. The moment she steps into the digital light, she's unwittingly IPO'd, and a million anonymous day traders begin betting on her choices, critiquing her portfolio, and feeling a sense of shareholder outrage when she makes a decision that doesn't maximize their perceived returns. Her body ceases to be her own. It becomes a public trust they feel entitled to manage. There exists a deeply ingrained cultural reflex that treats a woman's humor as a surprising anomaly. Like a dog walking on his hind legs, the default setting is straight man or punchline. That's what a woman is. When a woman dares to be the source of wit, the architect of the absurd, the system glitches. The laughter is often followed by a wave of corrected commentary. She's trying too hard to be one of the guys. Or the immediate pivot to, I'd smash. Her joke is not allowed to land as a pure piece of comedic craft. No. It is intercepted and scanned for sexual subtext or perceived social striving. She is robbed of the pure, unadulterated victory of making people laugh because her victory is always retrofitted into the old, tired narrative about her gender. She isn't a comedian, she's a female comedian. A subcategory where the rules of engagement are different and the goalposts are constantly moving. That's what always happens. Well, then there's competitive gaming. A woman's performance is never just her performance. It's a Rorschach test for the community's misogyny. A flawless victory is met with a chorus of boosted, carried, or the ever creative, well, she's just using her looks for simps. Her skill is systematically explained away, attributed to external factors, because the alternative, that she is genuinely innately superior at a traditionally male-coded pursuit, is existentially threatening. It shatters the fantasy of male technological and strategic dominion. She is not allowed to be a rival. She is only allowed to be an imposter, a distraction, or an exception that proves the rule. The game within the game for her is not just to win, but to constantly prove her right to even hold the controller, a battle no male player has to fight. And I think this is the grand soul-crushing synthesis. It is a systematic process of spiritual theft. It tells a woman that her inner world, her dreams, her intellect, her fears, her humor, her resilience is irrelevant. What matters is the shell, the projection, the data she provides for the audience's consumption. She is transformed from a subject, I think, I feel I am, into an object. It is observed, it is rated, it is consumed. That's why the backlash of her personal choices is so visceral. When a woman chooses a partner, a career path, a style of dress, she is exercising her subjectivity. She is declaring, I am a being with my own internal compass. And for those who have grown comfortable seeing her as an object, this declaration feels like a personal violation. It is the rebellion of the mannequin, the revolt of the avatar. The greatest sin a woman can commit online is not any specific action. It is the simple, audacious act of insisting against all forces on being the protagonist of her own life instead of a side character in theirs. I hate this. So stupid. So dumb. Pokimane, you're never gonna see this video. Just please keep doing you. I hope this doesn't destroy you. Have a lovely day or night wherever you're at. I'm so proud of you. Even if many people hate you, I alone am proud of you. Keep it up.
I'm your nigga night, be my loyalties low. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you